In a world where the clamor of voices can drown out your own, are you truly the architect of your life, or merely a puppet pulled by invisible strings? This book delves into the shadows of social conformity, revealing how peer influence can silently sabotage your mental well-being and undermine your goals. This book is your essential guide to breaking free from the constraints of external expectations, helping you reclaim your authentic self and learn to navigate life on your own terms. As you embark on this transformative journey, remember that true independence begins when you silence the noise around you. Pressure Detox: How to Reclaim Your Independence, written and published by Mindset Liberation. Chapter 1: The Hidden Chains of Peer Influence. In today's hyper-connected world, the weight of peer influence often masquerades as the invisible chains that bind our actions and decisions, whispering doubts that can spiral into a tsunami of mental health challenges. As we navigate life surrounded by friends, colleagues, and even strangers on social media, it's crucial to recognize that seeking approval and validation is deeply ingrained in human nature. Unfortunately, this need for social acceptance can manifest into anxiety, depression, and a profound sense of inadequacy when we feel we fall short of others' expectations. The origin of this struggle lies in our evolutionary history. Humans have always relied on group cohesion for survival, making the desire to fit in not just a social preference, but a deeply rooted instinct. Recent studies show that nearly 70% of individuals feel pressured to conform to group norms, leading to detrimental effects on their self-esteem and mental well-being. A notable example is the phenomenon of social comparison, where individuals constantly evaluate themselves against their peers, often resulting in feelings of unworthiness. Consider Emma, a young professional who constantly checks her friends' social media profiles, not to admire their accomplishments, but to measure her own success against theirs. Each carefully curated post leaves her feeling more and more like an outsider in her own life, leading to spiraling anxiety and a debilitating fear of judgment that seeps into every aspect of her existence. Experts highlight that peer influence can be particularly damaging during formative years. Adolescents, in particular, are highly susceptible to the pressures exerted by their peers, often leading to risky behaviors such as drug use or poor academic performance. The mental health consequences of these influences can be both immediate and long-lasting, with studies revealing that youth who feel pressured to conform are at a higher risk for developing anxiety disorders and depression later in life. This is a silent epidemic where many suffer in isolation, too afraid to admit that their self-worth is dictated by others' opinions. The hidden chains of peer influence not only affect our mental health, but also stunt our personal growth. When we constantly seek validation from others, we relinquish our autonomy, allowing external opinions to dictate our preferences and aspirations. This reliance can inhibit our ability to make authentic choices and lead to a chronic state of indecision and regret. Think of Marcus, who for years chose his career path based on what his friends deemed successful, only to wake up one day feeling trapped in a life that does not align with his passions. Such stories are all too common, yet they often remain beneath the surface, hidden by the facade of social acceptance. Recognizing the gravity of peer influence is the first step in breaking free from these invisible chains. By shedding light on this pervasive issue, we can begin the journey toward reclaiming our independence and forging our own paths. When we uncover the truth about how deeply rooted these influences are, we empower ourselves to take charge of our mental health, ushering in a crucial transformation that allows us to rise above the pressures of conformity. The allure of belonging may feel intoxicating, but in the quest for authenticity, understanding the hidden chains that bind us can ultimately be the key to our liberation. The effects of peer influence permeate nearly every aspect of our lives, significantly shaping emotions, decision-making, relationships, and self-esteem. When we constantly measure ourselves against others, our emotions become a volatile sea of highs and lows. Research indicates that individuals who deeply internalize the need for social approval often experience heightened anxiety and depression, as their mood fluctuates based on perceived acceptance or rejection from their peers. For instance, Sarah, a high school student, found herself in a spiral of sadness every time her friends didn't invite her out. The joy of friendship twisted into torment, ultimately leading to isolation, fueled by her belief that she wasn't worthy of companionship. This tangible link between emotional well-being and peer validation serves as a stark reminder that surrendering our self-worth to others can yield devastating results. Decision-making is similarly compromised under the pressure of peer influence. Individuals often find themselves regretting choices made not from personal desire, but from the desire to conform. Psychological research underscores this phenomenon, revealing that groupthink can lead individuals to suppress their dissenting views in favor of consensus. Jack, an aspiring artist, faced a dilemma when his friends pressured him to pursue a more stable career. Succumbing to their influence, he abandoned his passion, only to realize years later that he had sacrificed his dreams for a fabricated sense of security. This case exemplifies a common pitfall. The desire to fit into a social mold can blind us to our true aspirations, leading to decisions that foster resentment rather than fulfillment. Moreover, peer influence can significantly strain relationships, often instigating unspoken competition and jealousy. The need for social approval can create an environment rife with judgment where people feel compelled to showcase success to maintain their social standing. Tina and Laura, once close friends, found their bond deteriorating as they each sought validation through their careers. Their conversations, once nurturing and supportive, transformed into contests of achievement, leaving both women feeling drained and unsupported. This relational dissonance highlights how peer expectations can erode the very connections we cherish, resulting in an emotional cacophony that leaves individuals feeling isolated amidst a crowd. Self-esteem suffers a vicious decline under the weight of peer influence, especially when individuals tie their worth to acceptance from others. Studies show that those with low self-esteem are particularly susceptible to peer pressure, often believing they must compromise their values to gain friendship or approval. This fear creates a cycle of dependency, perpetuating the sense that self-worth is contingent on external validation. Mark, who constantly sought his friends' opinions before making decisions, became ensnared in a loop of self-doubt, believing he needed to please others to be loved. His self-esteem dwindled, leaving him feeling powerless and lost, yearning for a sense of identity that remained just out of reach. As we uncover these dynamics, it becomes painfully clear why so many fall prey to the chains of peer influence. The pressing need to belong can overshadow our ability to think independently, steering us into emotional turmoil and relational strife. Yet, acknowledgement of this pattern is merely the beginning. The next part of this journey will expose the hidden warning signs that most individuals overlook, empowering you to recognize these subtle cues that signify when the influence of others has begun to undermine your independence. The urgency of this revelation cannot be overstated, as awareness is the first step toward reclaiming your authentic self in a world that often seeks to define you. The manifestations of peer influence on mental health often emerge quietly yet powerfully, altering thoughts and actions in ways that may go unnoticed until the damage is done. One primary manifestation is the persistent feeling of inadequacy that can take root when we constantly compare ourselves to those around us. This pattern is frequently observable in social settings where individuals assess their worth through the lens of others' achievements. Consider Jenna, a promising young musician whose passion for songwriting began to wane as she immersed herself in the competitive world of her peers. As she watched fellow musicians gain recognition, feelings of self-doubt crept in, culminating in her abandoning her art. This illustrates how peer influence can not only lead to self-imposed limitations, but also extinguish the very passions that define us. Another manifestation is the erosion of personal values and boundaries. When the desire for acceptance overshadows individual beliefs, it can disrupt our moral compass. Take the case of Ryan, who found himself engaging in activities that contradicted his values in order to maintain friendship with a group that valued popularity over integrity. As he compromised parts of himself for approval, Ryan experienced profound discomfort and guilt, leading him into a spiral of anxiety and self-loathing. This scenario serves as a critical reminder of how misplaced priorities can create cognitive dissonance, a psychological stressor that complicates our mental well-being. Self-isolation is yet another common yet deceptive manifestation of this issue. The relentless chase for approval often fosters feelings of loneliness and depression, ironically pushing individuals further away from the very social connections they sought to cultivate. For instance, Lily, who felt her friends' standards were unattainable, began withdrawing from social interaction altogether, believing that disengagement would spare her from the harsh judgment of her peers. Instead of providing solace, this isolation only deepened her depression, illustrating how the quest for acceptance can paradoxically heighten feelings of disconnection and despair. Recognizing these manifestations is crucial, as awareness serves as the foundational step toward healing. Acknowledgement allows individuals to confront the truth about their experiences and the influences that shape their behavior. This is where the journey toward recovery begins, a pivotal moment that empowers you to take ownership of your mental health instead of allowing it to be dictated by external pressures. By shining a light on the issue, you can dismantle the patterns that no longer serve you and begin to reclaim your authentic self. As we close this chapter on the hidden chains of peer influence, it's essential to remember that while the struggle may feel personal and isolating, you are not alone in this fight. The next chapter will delve into why we crave social approval, unearthing the psychological underpinnings that drive this universal tendency. This exploration will equip you with a deeper understanding of your impulses and choices, preparing you for the tools you'll need to navigate the complexities of your relationships with others. Before we move on, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with peer pressure and how they might resonate with the examples highlighted in this chapter. Peer Pressure Detox: How to Reclaim Your Independence isn't just a title, it's a call to action. Subscribe to Mindset Liberation, give a like, and share your thoughts in the comments to foster a collective journey toward independence and healing. Understanding your mental health is the first step to healing, and I look forward to embarking on this path with you as we dive deeper into the next chapter. Chapter 2: Why We Crave Social Approval. At the core of our quest for social approval lies an innate human desire to connect, to be seen, and to be valued. Understanding this compulsion serves not only to illuminate its origins, but also to empower you to reclaim your sense of self-worth and independence. It can be liberating to realize that the craving for social validation is a deeply embedded instinct that has evolved over thousands of years as a means of survival within communities. In hunter-gatherer societies, the ability to belong to a group meant access to resources and protection against threats. Today, while the context has changed, the impulse remains deeply rooted in our psychology, influencing our behaviors and emotions in ways that can often feel overwhelming. Statistics reveal the prevalence of this craving. According to psychological research, approximately 70% of people report feeling the pressure to conform, leading to significant mental health challenges, including anxiety and depression. This pressure can distort our decision-making, as many individuals prioritize acceptance over authenticity. A real-world example can be seen in the life of Daniel, a college student who struggled with crippling social anxiety. Faced with the pressures of fitting in, he often compromised his own values, engaging in activities solely for the sake of gaining approval from his peers. This exhaustive cycle left him feeling empty and disillusioned, serving as a testament to how powerful and pervasive the need for approval can be. Expert insights on this phenomenon indicate that the need for social validation isn't merely a flaw, it is part of our biological makeup. Renowned psychologists explain that the brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical, when we receive social approval, reinforcing this behavior and creating a feedback loop that can be difficult to break. This neurological reward mechanism may explain why many individuals go to great lengths to fit in, often at the expense of their own happiness. However, it is crucial to recognize that the same brain that fuels this craving also holds the power to redefine your relationship with social acceptance. The good news is recognizing and understanding the role of social approval in your life is the first step toward transformation. As you explore the motivations behind your need for acceptance, you can begin to disentangle your self-worth from the opinions of others. This journey of self-discovery can be both exhilarating and illuminating, as it inspires confidence and the belief that you have the agency to choose not only how you perceive yourself, but also how you engage with the world around you. You hold the power to redefine your narrative, to take back the control that peer influence may have robbed you of, and to build a more authentic life that reflects your values and desires. By embracing this insight, you step onto a path toward emotional independence, where you are no longer shackled by the expectations of those around you. With every step you take, you forge new connections with your true self, enabling you to cultivate relationships that enrich rather than diminish your sense of worth. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the various strategies you can employ to navigate the complex terrain of social approval, exploring effective tools and techniques that will empower you to foster confidence and resilience. The journey to reclaiming your independence starts here, and together, we will cultivate a mindset that not only acknowledges the craving for approval but also transcends it, leading you toward a more fulfilling and authentic existence. Through this exploration, you will learn that the true path to connection lies not in conforming, but in celebrating the uniqueness that is inherently you. The effectiveness of understanding the origins of our craving for social approval lies in its ability to empower individuals with knowledge and insight, facilitating profound personal transformation. By acknowledging that this desire for acceptance is a natural evolutionary instinct rather than a personal flaw, we can redirect our energy from seeking external validation to fostering internal strength. This shift in focus not only alleviates the pressure of conforming to social norms, but also nurtures a more authentic and fulfilling experience of life. The psychological principle of cognitive reframing plays a crucial role in this process, allowing us to view our emotions and beliefs through a different lens. Cognitive reframing, a well-established technique in cognitive behavioral therapy, encourages individuals to challenge and change their negative thought patterns. Research shows that when people engage in reframing their perceptions of social validation, recognizing it as a societal construct rather than an ultimate measure of self-worth, they can significantly reduce feelings of anxiety and inadequacy. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Personality found that individuals who practiced reframing were more likely to report higher self-esteem and lower levels of social anxiety. This shift in perspective is not merely theoretical. It is a practice that can yield immediate emotional benefits. Illustrating this point is the journey of Hannah, a young woman who faced crippling self-doubt fueled by her craving for approval. Raised in an environment where achievement was celebrated and comparison was the norm, her worth became inextricably linked to external validation. Each failure or perceived slight left her feeling like a fraud, trapped in a cycle of anxiety that hindered her personal growth and relationships. However, by adopting the practice of cognitive reframing, conscious efforts to view her self-worth independent of others' opinions, Hannah began to alter her inner dialogue. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, she began to recognize them as opportunities for growth and learning. As Hannah transformed her perspective, her confidence blossomed. She took risks she previously considered too daunting, such as pursuing a career path aligned with her passions rather than one dictated by social expectations. Through this process, she forged deeper, more meaningful connections with others, grounded in authenticity rather than comparison. This transformation exemplifies the profound effectiveness of reframing our relationship with social approval. By recognizing that your intrinsic value is not contingent upon others' perceptions, you cultivate a resilience that empowers each decision you make. The urgency to adopt this approach cannot be overstated. In a world driven by social media and constant connectivity, individuals are continuously bombarded with messages that equate worth with approval. Recognizing this influence and actively engaging in reframing your perceptions is a pressing matter of mental health and personal well-being. The act of actively questioning how you measure your self-worth can drastically alter your emotional landscape and lead to a more authentic existence, where you define success on your own terms, rather than adhering to the expectations of others. As we move forward, the next section will delve deeper into specific strategies and exercises that will equip you with the tools necessary to continue transforming your mindset. You will learn effective practices to further detach your sense of identity from the need for social approval, enabling you to embrace your uniqueness unapologetically. Embrace this moment. You have the power to redefine what it means to be you, free from the chains of external validation. Let's embark on this journey of empowerment together, igniting the flame of authenticity within you that can illuminate the path ahead. To break the cycle of craving social approval, it's vital to implement structured, actionable steps that invite you to shift your mindset and foster greater self-acceptance. Your journey begins with self-awareness, the foundation upon which you'll build your transformation. Start by keeping a daily journal where you will document moments when you seek validation from others. Write about the situations that trigger this need and how you felt in response. This practice not only encourages reflection, but also helps identify patterns in your behavior, revealing the specific contexts where the craving for approval is strongest. Next, challenge your thoughts actively. Whenever you catch yourself feeling inadequate due to comparisons, pause and ask yourself, is this thought helping me grow, or is it holding me back? Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, think of a personal achievement or a quality you genuinely value about yourself. Acknowledging your strengths serves as a powerful reminder of your worth that exists independently of others' opinions. This exercise cultivates a mindset where you begin to see yourself as a complete individual, deserving of positive recognition regardless of external validation. Small wins are crucial for maintaining momentum in this journey. Set yourself achievable goals linked to your interests or passions. For example, if you enjoy painting, dedicate an hour each week to create something without worrying about its outcome or how others will perceive it. Focus solely on the process and the joy it brings. Celebrating these small victories boosts your confidence and reinforces the understanding that your value is intrinsic. Share your creations with trusted friends or family, not for validation but merely as an expression of who you are. This approach helps reconstruct the associations you make with sharing and feedback, transforming them into opportunities for connection rather than avenues for approval. As you proceed, practice gratitude. Each night before bed, take a few minutes to reflect on 3 things you appreciate about yourself that day. These can be minor achievements, acts of kindness, or moments of resilience. The act of focusing on self-appreciation is an empowering counter to the desire for social validation, reminding you that your worth is not contingent upon others' approval, but resides within you. Embracing gratitude shifts your focus from seeking external validation to nurturing self-love, a powerful ally on your journey toward authenticity. The next crucial step is cultivating a supportive environment. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift you and respect your individuality. Limit exposure to social media accounts or environments that foster comparison. You have the power to curate your surroundings to nourish your self-esteem and growth. Consider unfollowing accounts that trigger feelings of inadequacy and replacing them with those that inspire you or promote self-acceptance. As we conclude this chapter, remember that actionable steps are the key to your journey. You are not defined by the approval of others, but by the strength and authenticity that lie within you. Embrace these exercises, celebrate your small wins, and take pride in your journey toward independence. Up next, we will explore how to break free from the fear of judgment, a critical barrier in your quest for authenticity. Prepare to dive into strategies that will bolster your confidence and fortify your sense of self. Before you continue, remember to subscribe to Mindset Liberation for more insights like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps us foster a community where authentic growth is celebrated. And each story shared contributes to our collective empowerment. Together, let's navigate the path toward reclaiming your independence. Chapter 3. Breaking free from fear of judgment. Fear of judgment can act as a suffocating barrier that hinders personal growth and stifles authentic expression. However, the courage to confront and dismantle this fear is the key to unlocking your true potential. It is essential to understand that the fear of judgment is not a unique struggle. It is a pervasive sentiment that affects nearly everyone at some point in their lives. In fact, studies suggest that approximately 85% of people report feeling anxious about being judged in social situations. And this apprehension can impact their relationships, decision-making, and overall well-being. The roots of this fear can often be traced back to our early experiences. As children, we learn to navigate social interactions by observing the reactions of those around us. Positive feedback reinforces our behavior, whilst criticism instills aversive feelings that we carry into adulthood. This learned behavior can lead to a cycle of avoidance, causing many individuals to shy away from situations that might expose them to potential judgment. For example, consider Alex, a talented writer who refrained from sharing his work due to an overwhelming fear of how his peers might perceive it. This fear trapped him in a cycle of self-doubt and unfulfilled potential, highlighting the broader ramifications of allowing the fear of judgment to dictate life choices. Expert analyses in the field of psychology underscore the importance of confronting this fear. Renowned psychologist Dr. Brené Brown emphasizes that vulnerability is essential for courage. Facing the fear of judgment means embracing our imperfections. By reframing judgment as a natural aspect of human experiences, rather than an indictment of our worthiness, we can dismantle its power over us. Research supports this notion, suggesting that individuals who practice self-compassion significantly reduce their fear of judgment. When we treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, the opinions of others have less bearing on our emotional states. Despite the deeply rooted nature of this fear, there is tremendous hope. By acknowledging that you are not alone in this struggle and that the path toward breaking free is attainable, you can begin to take meaningful action. It is the recognition of this collective experience that inspires confidence. You have the power to transform your mindset and emotions, gaining control over how judgment influences your life. This journey is not about silencing your fears entirely, but rather learning to engage with them in a healthier way. Moreover, the examples surrounding you can serve as beacons of inspiration. Consider the transformative story of Mia, a dance instructor who faced crippling fears of judgment every time she stepped into a studio. Initially paralyzed by the thought of others critiquing her style or ability, she gradually embraced vulnerability, inviting her students into this space. As Mia shared her journey of imperfection and uncertainty, she found that the genuine connections she built with her students not only enriched her teaching, but also alleviated her fear of judgment. This shift from avoidance to authenticity became a powerful catalyst for her personal and professional growth. As we dive deeper into the strategies to break free from this fear, it is essential to hold on to the belief that you are capable of transformation. The ability to rise above the judgments of others and live in alignment with your true self is within your reach. In the upcoming sections, we will explore practical approaches, tools to help you confront and navigate the fears that have held you back. Embrace this moment as a pivotal step toward reclaiming your independence, and remember, you have the strength to define your narrative, unclouded by the judgments of others. Confronting the fear of judgment requires a proactive approach, and one of the most effective methods is exposure therapy, a well-established psychological intervention. This technique revolves around the principle of gradually exposing oneself to feared situations in a controlled manner, allowing individuals to build resilience and reduce anxiety over time. It is particularly effective in overcoming fear of judgment because, rather than avoiding situations that elicit discomfort, it encourages individuals to face their fears. Research has shown that systematic exposure leads to the desensitization of anxiety-related thoughts and feelings, enabling individuals to respond more calmly when they encounter judgmental situations in the future. A compelling example of this method's effectiveness is illustrated in the transformation of Ben, a software engineer who struggled significantly with the fear of judgment in professional settings. Every time he presented his ideas in meetings, he would feel paralyzed by anxiety, fearing negative critiques from his colleagues. Recognizing the toll this fear was taking on his career, Ben decided to employ exposure therapy techniques. He began by practicing his presentations in front of a mirror, gradually escalating to sharing them with a trusted friend, and ultimately participating in team meetings. Each step pushed him slightly beyond his comfort zone, allowing him to gain confidence with each successful presentation. Scientific studies corroborate Ben's experience. A review published in the Journal of Anxiety Disorders highlights that individuals who engage in gradual exposure to anxiety-inducing scenarios report decreased anxiety levels and improved coping mechanisms. Neuroimaging research further supports this approach, revealing that repeated exposure can lead to changes in brain activity patterns associated with fear responses. Basically, as individuals face their fears, the brain begins to rewire itself, diminishing the emotional charge associated with those fears. In addition to exposure therapy, practicing mindfulness can significantly aid in overcoming fear of judgment. Mindfulness involves being present and aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Research has demonstrated that mindfulness practices, such as meditation or focused breathing, enhance emotional regulation and reduce anxiety. This allows individuals to observe their fear of judgment without letting it dictate their actions. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you create a space that fosters self-acceptance and diminishes the power of negative thoughts. For instance, consider the case of Lisa, an artist who felt immense pressure to conform to societal expectations regarding her work. She often found herself frozen by the fear of others' opinions, which hindered her creativity. By adopting mindfulness techniques, Lisa learned to observe her thoughts without over-identifying with them. Instead of retreating into anxiety at the thought of criticism, she began to embrace uncertainty, allowing her creativity to flow without the burden of judgment. This shift not only reignited her passion for art, but empowered her to present her work more boldly. The urgency to combat fear of judgment cannot be overstated. Breaking free of this mental barrier paves the way for personal growth, authentic expression, and ultimately, fulfillment. By leveraging exposure therapy and mindfulness, you can cultivate the resilience needed to navigate social situations with confidence and reduce the emotional toll of judgment. The path ahead involves action and experimentation, and as you take these steps, you will harness your inherent ability to thrive. In the following sections, we will delve into additional strategies that will support your journey, equipping you with the tools to not only overcome fear, but to flourish in the authenticity of your unique self. Remember, you are capable of transformation, and with each step you take, you are redefining your narrative and embracing the freedom that comes from living without the shadows of judgment. To break free from the fear of judgment, you can implement a series of practical steps that empower you to take control of your reactions and emotions. The journey begins with identifying specific situations in your life that provoke anxiety or fear regarding others' opinions. Start by keeping a journal to document these situations. Write down the context, your feelings, any negative thoughts that arise. This exercise will not only help you recognize patterns, but also serve as a reference point for your progress as you move forward. Once you have identified these triggering situations, the next step involves creating a gradual exposure plan. Take small, manageable risks that momentarily expose you to judgment. The key here is to start small. If speaking in public terrifies you, perhaps begin by sharing your thoughts with a trusted friend or in a small group setting. Set a timeline for your goals, allowing yourself to gently escalate the level of exposure over time. Aim for consistency rather than perfection. The small wins you encounter will bolster your confidence and help desensitize you to feelings of judgment. In conjunction with exposure, incorporating mindfulness techniques will further enhance your efforts. Each time you find yourself feeling anxious about someone's opinion, practice deep breathing. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for a count of 6. This simple yet effective breathing exercise can ground you in the present moment and reduce the immediate anxiety associated with fear of judgment. To integrate mindfulness into your daily routine, dedicate a few minutes each day to meditation, focusing on your breath while acknowledging judgmental thoughts without engaging with them. Let them float by like clouds in the sky, neutral and temporary. As you progress, remember to celebrate your victories, however small they may seem. After each exposure, take a moment to reflect on your experience. Write down what went well, how you felt afterward, and any insights you gained. Acknowledging and honoring these small wins serves as a powerful affirmation of your growth and resilience. For instance, if you successfully shared your thoughts in a meeting, reward yourself with something enjoyable, a favorite snack, time spent on a hobby, or even a simple self-affirmation. Building a robust support system can also bolster your journey. Surround yourself with people who encourage authenticity and celebrate your efforts, both big and small. Connecting with individuals who share similar struggles can validate your experiences and create a sense of camaraderie, reminding you that you are not alone. Consider joining workshops, support groups, or online communities where members can share their journeys and offer encouragement. As you near the conclusion of this chapter, it's vital to internalize that the fear of judgment is not a fixed attribute, but a challenge that can be overcome with persistence. Your willingness to confront these fears head-on is a courageous step towards becoming the person you aspire to be. In the next chapter, we will explore how to build inner strength against pressure, equipping you with powerful tools to navigate challenges and adversities confidently. This will further inform your journey to authenticity, empowering you to stand strong against external influences that may seek to undermine your self-worth. Before you transition to the next chapter, I invite you to engage with the journey we're sharing together. Remember to subscribe to Mindset Liberation for additional insights, give this video a like, and comment with your thoughts or suggestions for channel development. Your input contributes to creating a supportive community dedicated to personal growth, and together we can thrive on this path toward independence. Chapter 4: Building Inner Strength Against Pressure. In a world saturated with external expectations and relentless pressures, cultivating inner strength is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for anyone seeking genuine independence. The ability to withstand external influences and remain true to oneself is an empowering skill that can transform how you navigate life's challenges. Inner strength allows you to resist the tide of societal pressure while maintaining your principles and aspirations. Research indicates that resilient individuals are more likely to overcome adversity and achieve their goals, underscoring the importance of fostering this vital quality. The origins of inner strength can often be traced back to early life experiences, where support and encouragement from caregivers lay the foundation for resilience. However, for many, circumstances may differ significantly, leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. In fact, studies reveal that only about 30% of people report consistently feeling capable of handling pressure without feeling overwhelmed. This statistic highlights how common it is for individuals to struggle under the weight of expectations, whether from friends, family, or society at large. Real-life scenarios further illuminate how pervasive this struggle can be. Consider the case of Terrence, a young professional navigating the daunting landscape of corporate life. In his pursuit of success, he found himself compromising his values to fit into the demands of his workplace culture. His inability to assert his boundaries left him feeling drained and disheartened, as he constantly sought approval from superiors at the expense of his well-being. This experience is a shared narrative. Many individuals find themselves shaped by the expectations imposed on them, losing sight of their authentic selves in the process. Experts in psychology emphasize the significance of building psychological resilience as a countermeasure to pressure. According to Dr. Martin Seligman, a pioneer in the field of positive psychology, cultivating a mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities for growth is paramount to developing inner strength. When individuals learn to see pressure not as a threat but as a chance to learn, they can transform fear into motivation. This shift in perspective becomes a powerful catalyst for growth and empowerment, reassuring you that you possess the innate ability to rise above adversity. The stories of transformation are abundant. Take the inspiring journey of Maya, who once felt crippled by societal expectations concerning her career path. Torn between following her passion for art and adhering to her family's expectations of pursuing a stable profession, she faced immense pressure to conform. However, through self-reflection and a commitment to building inner strength, Maya decided to redefine success on her own terms. By surrounding herself with supportive individuals and connecting with others who shared her artistic ambitions, she gradually built the resilience needed to pursue her dreams unapologetically. Maya's journey is a testament to the power of inner strength and serves as a beacon of hope for anyone feeling overwhelmed by external pressures. As you stand on the threshold of your own journey toward inner strength, it's essential to embody the belief that you hold the power to define your path. In the upcoming sections, we will explore practical strategies and techniques that will equip you with the tools necessary to cultivate this inner resilience, empowering you to withstand pressure with confidence and grace. With each step you take, you'll reinforce your capacity to overcome obstacles and affirm your authentic self. Embrace this opportunity for growth. You are capable of crafting a narrative in which you triumph over external pressures, standing firmly rooted in your identity and values. The journey to inner strength is not merely a possibility, but a pathway to liberation, and as we move forward together, you'll discover how to nurture this empowering quality within yourself. Building inner strength is an effective strategy for overcoming external pressures because it equips individuals with the tools to navigate challenges with resilience and confidence. One of the most powerful methods for cultivating this strength is the practice of mindfulness, which has gained significant attention in psychological research for its profound effects on emotional regulation and stress reduction. Engaging in mindfulness teaches individuals to focus on the present moment without judgment, enabling them to acknowledge and process their thoughts and emotions more effectively. Studies, such as those published in the journal Psychological Science, demonstrate that regular mindfulness practice can lead to a reduction in anxiety and a greater sense of personal control. By learning to observe their thoughts and feelings without immediate reaction, individuals can create a mental space that allows them to assess their responses to external pressures. This mental clarity helps diminish the overwhelming feelings often associated with societal expectations, allowing for more intentional decision-making. Consider the story of Noah, a former college athlete who faced immense pressure to perform and conform to the expectations of his coaches, teammates, and even family members. After struggling with anxiety that left him feeling trapped under the weight of these expectations, Noah turned to mindfulness as a means of coping. Initially skeptical, he committed to a daily practice of meditation and conscious breathing. Through consistent practice, Noah learned to center himself amid the chaos, enabling him to approach his sports and life decisions with clarity and confidence. The transformation was remarkable. Where he once felt suffocated by obligations, he began to reclaim his passion for the sport by rediscovering the joy of playing, rather than merely focusing on performance outcomes. Another effective method for building inner strength is through the practice of positive self-talk and affirmations. When faced with external pressure, the human brain often defaults to negative self-perception, which can amplify feelings of inadequacy. However, research has shown that consciously practicing positive self-talk can change both mindset and outcomes. In a groundbreaking study conducted by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson from the University of North Carolina, individuals who regularly employed positive affirmations reported higher levels of optimism and resilience when encountering stressful situations. When individuals replace self-doubt with assertive affirmations, they reinforce their innate worth and abilities. For instance, Sarah, an introverted marketing professional, often felt overwhelmed in collaborative settings. To combat this, she crafted personalized affirmations such as, "I bring valuable insights to my team," and "my perspective is worthy of being heard." By reciting these affirmations daily, Sarah began to change her internal narrative, shifting from a place of self-doubt to one of empowerment that positively impacted her interactions and contributions within her team. The urgency to address external pressures and cultivate inner strength cannot be overstated. Life inevitably presents challenges, and the capacity to manage them with grace and confidence is essential for long-term success and personal fulfillment. Through mindfulness and positive self-talk, you can not only confront societal expectations, but thrive amidst them. As you begin to implement these practices, remember that building inner strength is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take towards cultivating resilience is a step toward reclaiming your autonomy and reinforcing your worth. In the next section, we will delve deeper into practical exercises designed to reinforce your inner strength, providing tools and techniques that will empower you to navigate pressures with resilience. Embrace this opportunity for personal growth. You are not only capable of facing external challenges, but of transforming them into stepping stones toward a more authentic existence. Your journey to inner strength is about to unfold, and the skills you develop will serve as invaluable assets in navigating the complex landscape of life. To effectively build inner strength, it's essential to take actionable steps that empower you and enhance your resilience against external pressures. Start by establishing a daily mindfulness practice. Set aside just 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning or end of your day to focus on your breath and be present. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and take deep breaths, allowing your thoughts to settle. If your mind starts to race, gently redirect your focus back to your breathing. Over time, allocate more time to this practice and explore guided meditations through apps or online resources. This simple exercise not only centers your thoughts but builds the mental fortitude to face daily pressures with calmness and confidence. Next, integrate positive self-talk into your routine. Begin each day by looking in the mirror and stating affirmations that resonate with you. Phrases like, "I am capable of overcoming obstacles," or "I am worthy of pursuing my passions," can significantly alter your mindset and foster resilience. When you catch yourself in moments of self-doubt, pause and repeat these affirmations to yourself. Consider keeping a journal dedicated to insights from your self-talk, noting the challenges you face and how these affirmations make you feel. This will create a positive feedback loop, reinforcing your sense of empowerment and helping you navigate judgments from others with a strong sense of self-worth. Another technique to develop inner strength is to engage in regular physical activity. Exercise has been shown to release endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters, and combat stress. Incorporate movement into your daily life, whether through a short walk, a dance break, or a workout routine that you enjoy. The focus here is not necessarily on achieving fitness goals, but on acknowledging the physical and mental boost that activity brings. Set achievable goals. Aim to move for at least 20 minutes each day. Each completed session offers a small win that builds your confidence and reinforces your ability to take action despite external pressures. To further enhance your resilience, practice setting and maintaining boundaries. Reflect on areas in your life where you feel overwhelmed due to outside expectations. We often say yes out of fear of disappointing others, but learning to assertively communicate your limits is critical. Start small. If a friend asks for a favor and you feel stretched, practice saying, "I'd love to help, but I need to prioritize my own time right now." By communicating your boundaries, you will establish a sense of control in your life, reinforcing your inner strength and commitment to self-care. To keep the momentum going, reward yourself for each small win. After completing a week of consistent mindfulness practice or self-affirmations, treat yourself to something enjoyable, like watching your favorite show or indulging in a favorite snack. Celebrating these moments not only reinforces positive behavior, but also fuels your motivation. As you move forward, remember that developing inner strength is an ongoing process. Embrace the journey and be gentle with yourself as you navigate challenges and pressures. In the next chapter, we will explore strategies for learning to say no with confidence, an essential skill in strengthening your boundaries and protecting your inner peace. This will further empower you to prioritize your needs amidst the expectations of others. Before you dive into the next chapter, I'd love for you to engage with our community. Subscribe to Mindset Liberation for more supportive resources, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters, and you can cultivate a space for empowerment and growth. Junior strides toward inner strength today, as every step you take reinforces the foundation of your authentic self. Chapter 5. Learning to say no with confidence. The ability to say no is a powerful skill that can transform your life, granting you the freedom to prioritize your needs and values above external pressures. In a culture that often glorifies busyness and constant availability, saying no can feel daunting, and yet it is essential for maintaining your mental health and emotional well-being. Mastering this skill empowers you to safeguard your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters to you. Research indicates that nearly 70% of individuals struggle with assertiveness when faced with requests, feeling obliged to accommodate others, even at the expense of their own needs. The origins of this struggle can be found in social conditioning. From a young age, many of us learn that being agreeable and accommodating is a way to gain acceptance and avoid conflict. Indeed, our upbringing often encourages compliance. We can internalize the belief that saying no not only risks disappointing others, but could also erode our relationships. This mindset can lead to feelings of resentment and burnout, as personal boundaries become blurred. For instance, consider Laura, a dedicated employee who constantly agreed to take on extra projects at work to avoid letting her team down. Over time, her health and well-being began to suffer due to her inability to set limits, showcasing how the fear of saying no can undermine both personal and professional fulfillment. Experts emphasize the importance of assertiveness training in overcoming this barrier. According to Dr. Judith Beck, a leading psychiatrist, learning to confidently communicate your boundaries is crucial in developing not only self-respect, but also healthier relationships. The fear of rejection often colors our decision-making, but embracing the idea that saying no is a valid choice can fundamentally reshape your perspective. When you prioritize your own needs, you cultivate an empowered mindset that instills confidence, an affirmation that you deserve to have your own voice and choices respected. A real-life example of this transformation can be found in the story of Marcus, a high school teacher overwhelmed by his growing list of responsibilities. Initially, he felt compelled to accept every request from students, parents, and administrators, believing that his value was tied to his availability. However, as exhaustion set in, Marcus recognized that this pattern was unsustainable. With guidance, he began to implement assertive communication techniques, crafting polite but firm responses to requests that exceeded his capacity. Over time, Marcus experienced a newfound sense of control, relishing the space he created for his own professional growth and personal well-being. The potential to reclaim your power through the simple act of saying no is within your reach. Each time you assert your boundaries, you reinforce your confidence and create a foundation for healthier relationships and self-respect. This journey toward assertiveness enables you to evaluate requests critically, granting you the freedom to make choices that align with your values. As you embark on this road to mastering the art of saying no, remember that your needs are just as important as those of others. In the upcoming sections, we will explore practical strategies and techniques to fortify your capacity to assert yourself and communicate boundaries effectively. You will learn how to navigate conversations with grace and conviction, empowering yourself to prioritize your time and energy while maintaining healthy connections with those around you. The transformation begins not just with changing your responses, but with nurturing the belief that your voice matters, an empowering realization that will serve you well as you cultivate independence in the face of external pressures. With each no, you step confidently into a life aligned with your true desires and aspirations. Learning to say no effectively is crucial for maintaining your mental health and managing your time. This practice is especially effective because it helps individuals reclaim their autonomy and prioritize their own needs. When people understand that saying no does not equate to being rude or unhelpful, they can navigate requests without feeling overwhelmed. Research in psychology highlights the importance of assertive communication as a means of reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. When individuals consistently assert their boundaries, they experience lower levels of anxiety and increased feelings of self-efficacy. A foundational aspect of this method's effectiveness lies in its capacity to foster emotional intelligence. By learning to recognize your own limits and articulating them assertively, you develop a deeper awareness of your needs and emotional states. Studies show that individuals who practice self-assertion not only cultivate healthier interpersonal relationships, but also experience greater emotional well-being. For instance, a study published in the journal Psychology of Women Quarterly found that assertive self-expression significantly reduced stress levels in women who traditionally struggled to voice their needs. The correlation between assertiveness and emotional health underlines the urgency of embracing this method. Consider the transformation of Anna, a marketing executive who felt the weight of relentless demands from her colleagues. Initially, Anna often found herself agreeing to additional tasks, fearing that refusal would lead to strained relationships. Over time, this habit left her exhausted and dissatisfied. After attending a workshop on assertiveness, Anna learned valuable techniques for saying no graciously. She began practicing how to express her priorities clearly and respectfully. Rather than solely relying on guilt or obligation, she framed her responses positively, acknowledging the value of her existing commitments. This shift not only alleviated her stress, but also encouraged her colleagues to respect her boundaries, leading to healthier work dynamics. The effectiveness of this method is strengthened by the incorporation of specific communication strategies. Implementing the sandwich technique can be particularly helpful. This involves starting with a positive comment, stating your need to decline, and ending with another positive remark. For instance, if a colleague asks for help on a project that you simply cannot accommodate, you might say, "I really appreciate your confidence in my abilities, but I need to focus on my current tasks to meet my deadlines. I hope we can collaborate on another project in the future." This method acknowledges the request while confidently asserting your boundaries, making it easier for the recipient to accept your decision without hard feelings. Furthermore, neuropsychological studies support the idea that our brains respond positively to assertiveness. When individuals express their boundaries confidently, it can trigger the release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with feelings of reward and satisfaction. This reinforces the behavior, making it more likely that individuals will continue to assert themselves in the future. Over time, this positive feedback loop breeds a sense of empowerment and control, ultimately improving mental health and quality of life. The urgency to harness the power of saying no cannot be underestimated. Each instance of asserting yourself builds not only your confidence, but also a sustainable framework for managing your time and emotional resources. As you become more comfortable with this practice, the benefits will ripple into other areas of your life, allowing you to create space for your passions and priorities. In the next section, we will explore practical exercises and role-playing scenarios that will further enhance your ability to say no with confidence and clarity. By taking action, you will fortify your journey toward independence, learning to navigate the complexities of social expectations while remaining true to yourself. Your voice is powerful. Embracing it is the key to transforming your interactions and your life. To effectively learn how to say no with confidence, begin by understanding the importance of self-reflection. Start by identifying areas in your life where you tend to overextend yourself. Spend a few moments each day documenting situations where you feel pressured to say yes, even when you want to decline. This exercise will help you recognize patterns in your behavior and the emotions tied to those moments. For example, if you often find yourself volunteering for extra tasks at work despite feeling overwhelmed, write down those occurrences. This practice builds awareness of your commitments and sets the stage for positive change. Next, practice saying no in low-stakes situations to build your confidence. Begin with small requests, such as declining an invitation for coffee when you have other plans. Use the framework of the sandwich technique mentioned earlier. Start with a compliment or appreciation, state your inability to fulfill the request, and end positively, perhaps suggesting an alternative time or activity. For instance, you could say, "I really enjoy our chats, but I won't be able to join this time. Let's catch up next week instead." By starting small and working your way up, you will gradually desensitize yourself to the discomfort that can come with saying no. Visualization is another powerful tool to help you develop the mindset needed to assertively decline requests. Take a few minutes each day to picture yourself in a situation where you might typically say yes, even against your better judgment. Imagine confidently saying no while feeling calm and composed. Visualize the other person responding positively. This mental practice not only prepares you for real-life interactions, but also reinforces the belief that it's okay to prioritize your own needs. Role-playing can be an effective exercise to solidify your confidence in asserting boundaries. Gather a trusted friend or family member and practice various scenarios that might arise. For example, have them play the role of a colleague asking for help on a project while you practice declining with confidence. With each rehearsal, you will become more comfortable communicating your boundaries and develop your no statement. This interactive practice makes the process enjoyable and effective, giving you a safety net to explore your newfound assertiveness. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. After you successfully say no in a situation where you would have typically felt compelled to say yes, take a moment to reflect on the positive feelings that arise from setting boundaries. Treat yourself afterward, perhaps with a warm cup of tea, time spent on your favorite hobby, or a break from your responsibilities. Recognizing every success will reinforce the habit of saying no and motivate you to continue practicing. As you build your confidence, remember that saying no is ultimately about self-respect and prioritizing your mental health. Embrace the challenges and growth opportunities that come with asserting yourself. In the following chapter, we will delve into redefining your identity on your own terms. You will learn how to align your choices with your genuine self, enabling you to break free from the confines of external validation. By embracing your authentic identity, you'll cultivate a life that reflects your true values and aspirations. Before moving on, please take a moment to subscribe to Mindset Liberation for more empowering insights. Give this video a like and share your personal experiences or suggestions in the comments. Your journey is just beginning, and together we can create a space where authentic growth thrives, enabling you to fully embrace the power of your voice. Chapter 6. Redefining your identity on your terms. To reclaim your independence and enhance your self-esteem, the pursuit of a self-defined identity is essential. Breaking free from the molds imposed by society, peers, or even family begins with the courageous act of asserting who you truly are. Many individuals grapple with the societal pressure to fit into predefined roles, often losing sight of their authentic selves in the process. However, redefining your identity not only empowers you, but also serves as a pathway to living a fulfilling life filled with purpose and passion. The origins of identity confusion often stem from early experiences, where individuals internalize external expectations. From childhood, we are often nudged towards certain interests, career paths, and social circles based on the ideals of those around us. For instance, a child excelled in mathematics may be encouraged to pursue engineering, even if their true passion lies in the arts. As adults, many find themselves trapped in careers and relationships concocted from others' aspirations, rather than their own desires. Research indicates that nearly 60% of people feel pressured to conform to societal norms regarding their careers and personal identities. This statistic underscores the prevalence of identity confusion and the widespread need for self-exploration. Expert insights reveal the significance of self-discovery in cultivating a strong and authentic identity. Psychologist Dr. Carl Rogers proposed the idea of self-concept, emphasizing that individuals need to align their self-perception with their experiences and values to achieve self-actualization. When people feel disconnected from their true selves, it can lead to dissatisfaction, anxiety, and a sense of aimlessness. Consider Rachel, a marketing professional who, despite her stable job, felt increasingly unfulfilled. She realized that her true passion lay in environmental advocacy, but had never explored that path due to fear of disapproval and societal expectations. Recognizing this disconnect was the first step towards transformation. Rachel's story serves as an illustrative reminder that reclaiming your identity starts with honesty toward oneself. A compelling aspect of this journey is the recognition that identity is not static. It evolves as you grow and learn. Each stage of life presents opportunities for self-reflection and exploration. Embracing this fluidity fosters a mindset that allows for change and adaptation, making it possible to define yourself in ways that resonate deeply with who you are at any given moment. Rather than fearing the unknown, viewing it as an opportunity for personal evolution can infuse your life with hope and excitement. Moreover, engaging in activities that align with your core values serves as a powerful vehicle for self-discovery. Those who participate in hobbies, volunteer opportunities, or new learning experiences often report a greater understanding of themselves. By actively seeking out experiences that resonate with your passions, you can illuminate aspects of your identity that may have long been overshadowed. Whether it's exploring creative outlets like painting, writing, or engaging in community service, these activities serve as mirrors reflecting the truest version of yourself. As you embark on this journey of redefining your identity, remember that you possess the power to shape your narrative. You have the autonomy to prioritize what resonates with you and reject what doesn't. In the upcoming sections, we will dive into practical exercises aimed at supporting your self-discovery process, enabling you to embrace your identity with confidence and joy. Embrace the potential that comes from diving deep into who you are and allow your authentic self to shine, free from the constraints of external expectations. Your journey towards self-definition will enhance not only your life, but also the lives of those you inspire along the way. The power to redefine your identity rests in your hands, and it is a journey worth embarking upon. Redefining your identity is an effective approach to overcoming the pressures of societal expectations and reclaiming your sense of self. When individuals consciously engage in the self-discovery process, they actively challenge the narratives imposed on them by family, society, and peers. This method is powerful because it shifts the focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. Research has shown that those who establish a clear sense of identity experience improved psychological well-being and self-esteem. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with a strong sense of self are more resilient and better equipped to handle stress, making them less susceptible to external influences. The effectiveness of redefining your identity stems from its emphasis on authenticity. When you acknowledge and embrace your true passions, values, and aspirations, you align your life with what genuinely matters to you. This alignment fosters a sense of integrity, leading to higher levels of satisfaction and happiness. Consider the inspiring story of James, a corporate attorney who felt trapped within the confines of a lucrative career that did not reflect his true self. After experiencing a wake-up call during a health crisis, he began to reassess his life choices. Instead of continuing down the conventional path laid out for him, James decided to pursue his lifelong passion for writing and storytelling. This transformative decision led him to a fulfilling career as an author and speaker, allowing him to connect deeply with others through his authentic voice. Scientific studies support the notion that embracing one's authentic identity can lead to greater psychological resilience. Research published by the University of California, Berkeley, indicates that individuals who engage in self-reflection and take actionable steps towards embracing their true selves report lower instances of anxiety and depression. By recognizing one's own values and aligning daily actions with them, individuals create a stable foundation that enhances emotional stability in the face of external pressures. A critical aspect of this transformation process involves building self-awareness. The act of reflecting on personal values, interests, and beliefs allows you to identify what aligns with your true self. Journaling is an excellent tool for this purpose. Regularly documenting your thoughts and feelings can uncover patterns and deepen your understanding of what makes you feel fulfilled. For instance, you might discover that certain activities or groups consistently leave you feeling drained, while others ignite your enthusiasm. This realization propels you toward making choices that nourish your identity. Additionally, surrounding yourself with supportive people who celebrate your authentic self can play a vital role in this journey. Research emphasizes the importance of social support in enhancing feelings of self-worth and belonging. Engage with communities or groups that share your passions and values. Whether it's joining an art class, a book club, or a volunteering group, building connections with like-minded individuals nurtures a sense of belonging that strengthens your resolve to live authentically. Moreover, experimenting with new experiences can further aid in redefining your identity. Trying out different hobbies, engaging in diverse conversations, and taking courses in unfamiliar subjects can unveil latent interests and strengths that contribute to your holistic identity. Embracing this exploration fosters a sense of curiosity and excitement about the possibilities ahead. As you reflect on the significance of redefining your identity, remember that this journey is uniquely personal. You possess the power to reshape your narrative and embrace who you truly are. In the next chapter, we will explore how to thrive as your authentic self, diving into practical strategies that empower you to confidently express your newfound identity in various aspects of your life. This will enable you to fully engage in a life that reflects your true values, passions, and aspirations. Before we transition into the next chapter, I encourage you to take a moment to celebrate your progress and dreams. Please consider subscribing to Mindset Liberation for more insights, giving this video a like, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Together, let's continue fostering a community dedicated to embracing authenticity and empowering one another on our journeys. To effectively redefine your identity on your own terms, begin by engaging in a process of self-reflection and exploration. The first step is to set aside dedicated time each week for introspection. Create a calm, distracting-free environment where you can think deeply about your values, interests, and aspirations. During this time, write down what truly matters to you. Ask yourself questions like, what brings me joy? Or, what does success mean to me? This exercise not only clarifies your core beliefs, but also serves as a foundation for your identity reconstruction. Next, practice the art of exploration. Identify new activities or hobbies that excite you and commit to trying at least one new thing each month. This could involve taking a class in painting, joining a local sports club, or volunteering for a cause you're passionate about. Embrace these experiences with an open mind, recognizing that stepping outside your comfort zone can uncover hidden interests and strengths. For instance, if you try pottery for the first time and discover a knack for creativity, embrace that skill as a potential part of your identity. Each new experience strengthens your understanding of who you are and enriches the tapestry of your life. Building a personal vision statement can also provide clarity and direction as you redefine your identity. Take the time to create a concise statement that encapsulates your values and aspirations. During your self-reflection sessions, write a few sentences that summarize who you are and what you want to become. This statement acts as a guiding light, helping you align your choices and actions with your true self. Whenever faced with decisions, refer back to your vision statement as a reminder to stay true to your authentic identity. Another effective technique is connecting with others who share your interests and values. Join groups or communities that resonate with your passions. This network will offer support and encouragement as you navigate your journey of self-discovery. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can foster a sense of belonging and reinforce your authenticity. Attend local events, workshops, or online forums, and don't hesitate to engage in conversations that are meaningful to you. Building these connections can lead to fruitful discussions and collaborations that further inspire you to embrace your identity. As you integrate these strategies, remember to celebrate your progress through small wins. Acknowledge and reward yourself whenever you try something new or successfully articulate your vision statement. Whether it's treating yourself to a favorite meal, spending time on a leisure activity, or simply taking a moment to reflect on your growth, these small celebrations reinforce your achievements and invigorate your journey. Additionally, visualize the person you aspire to be and practice embodying that identity in your daily life. Each morning, take a moment to remind yourself of your goals and visualize how your ideal self would approach the day. By integrating this visualization technique, you create a mental image of your true identity, allowing that vision to guide your actions and decisions. As you deepen your understanding of yourself and actively embrace your unique identity, know that this is an ongoing journey of discovery and growth. The next chapter will focus on thriving as your authentic self, exploring strategies that empower you to express your true identity confidently in various aspects of your life. Each step you take will contribute to a stronger, more vibrant version of yourself, fully equipped to navigate the world on your own terms. Before we move forward, I invite you to engage with our community. Subscribe to Mindset Liberation for more transformative insights, give this video a like, and share your thoughts or suggestions in the comments. Your journey matters, and together we can foster an environment of support and empowerment where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Chapter 7. Thriving as your authentic self. To thrive as your authentic self is to embrace the incredible power that lies in your uniqueness. Living authentically means aligning your actions, values, and aspirations with who you truly are, which fosters not only inner peace but also resilience against external pressures. When individuals embrace their authenticity, they unlock their potential and create a life that resonates with their true passions and interests. Research shows that people who live authentically report higher levels of happiness, fulfillment, and emotional well-being, significantly improving their overall quality of life. The origins of living authentically can be traced back to early childhood experiences shaped by societal expectations and cultural norms. From a young age, many of us are taught to conform to certain roles or behaviors deemed acceptable by family and peers. This conditioning can lead to a disconnect between who we are and who we feel we should be. According to recent studies, nearly 85% of individuals struggle with authenticity in some aspect of their lives, feeling the need to wear a facade to gain acceptance or approval. This disconnect often results in feelings of dissatisfaction, anxiety, and even depression. To combat this pervasive issue, insights from experts in psychology highlight the importance of embracing authenticity as a means of personal empowerment. Dr. Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on courage and vulnerability, posits that authenticity is essential to living a fulfilled life. Her work emphasizes that to live authentically, one must cultivate the courage to be vulnerable and embrace imperfections. When individuals allow themselves to be seen for who they truly are, they forge deeper connections with others and strengthen their sense of belonging. Consider the inspiring story of Julia, a corporate professional who devoted years to climbing the corporate ladder at the expense of her true passions. Despite her accolades, Julia felt increasingly unfulfilled. A turning point came when she attended a seminar about living authentically. The insights she gained prompted her to reassess her values and career path. Gradually, Julia began to incorporate her love of art into her life, attending workshops and creating in her free time. Over time, she transitioned her corporate skills into a new career as an art consultant, ultimately finding joy in her work and life. Julia's journey serves as a powerful reminder of the transformative potential of embracing one's authentic self. Research supports the notion that individuals who align their actions with their authentic selves are not only happier, but also more productive. A study published in the Journal of Happiness Studies found that authentic individuals experience a greater sense of life purpose, which motivates them to excel in their personal and professional endeavors. They are more likely to pursue meaningful goals and stay committed to them, regardless of societal expectations or pressures. As you embark on your journey toward thriving as your authentic self, recognize that this process involves continuous self-discovery and growth. Embrace the belief that your unique perspective and experiences contribute to the richness of the world around you. It is essential to cultivate self-compassion and give yourself permission to explore and evolve. In the subsequent sections, we will explore practical strategies that enable you to express your authentic self confidently in all aspects of your life. Each step you take toward embracing your true identity will empower you to contribute to a narrative that is genuinely reflective of who you are. As you learn to thrive in your authenticity, you cultivate a sense of freedom that opens doors to new possibilities, relationships, and experiences. The journey of living authentically not only shapes you into who you are meant to be, but also inspires those around you to embark on their own paths of self-discovery. Embrace your individuality and get ready to thrive. Embracing authenticity as a method for personal transformation is profoundly effective because it allows individuals to live in alignment with their core values and interests. The journey toward authenticity fosters resilience, enabling people to navigate life's challenges without being swayed by external influences or societal pressures. Scientific research emphasizes the psychological benefits of living authentically. A study published in the journal Self and Identity elucidates that individuals who express their true selves report a significant decrease in stress and anxiety levels. This reduction occurs because living authentically minimizes internal conflict and self-doubt, promoting emotional well-being. The effectiveness of pursuing authenticity can be more deeply understood through the lens of psychological concepts such as self-determination theory. This theory posits that human beings have inherent needs for autonomy, competence, and relatedness. When individuals align their actions with their authentic selves, they experience higher levels of autonomy and fulfillment, reinforcing their motivation to pursue goals that genuinely resonate with them. This alignment leads to enhanced life satisfaction and resilience. The link between authenticity and psychological well-being is further supported by empirical research showing that people who have strong self-identity tend to have better coping mechanisms and can handle stressors with greater ease. Consider the transformation of Derek, a high school teacher who felt stifled by the conventional education system. Despite being passionate about experiential learning, he often felt pressured to conform to standardized teaching methods, which left him feeling unfulfilled. After reflecting on his core values, Derek decided to embrace his authentic teaching style. He gradually integrated hands-on activities and real-world projects into his curriculum. The initial pushback from administrators led him to doubt himself. But as he witnessed his students' excitement and engagement, his confidence grew. This newfound authenticity not only revived his passion for teaching, but also created a more dynamic and enriching environment for his students. Through this experience, Derek learned that embracing his authenticity not only transformed his teaching, but also fortified his resilience against external pressures. The urgency to commit to this path of authenticity cannot be overstated. It is a critical factor in shaping your emotional health and overall quality of life. Individuals often feel an overwhelming pull to conform to societal norms, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy when they fail to meet those expectations. However, numerous studies illustrate that aligning with your true self combats this tendency, empowering individuals to stand firm in their identities. The psychological benefits are profound. Living authentically reduces the need for external validation and fosters a fulfilling sense of purpose. Engaging with supportive communities or seeking mentors can also enhance one's journey toward authenticity. Research indicates that social support plays a pivotal role in overcoming challenges and affirming personal identity. Surrounding yourself with individuals who share similar values or aspirations provides reassurance and encouragement as you navigate your path. This collective reinforcement fortifies your commitment to living authentically. As we continue to explore the journey of thriving as your authentic self, remember that the process of self-discovery is ongoing. It entails continuous learning about yourself and the environment you inhabit. In the next section, we will delve into practical exercises that will help you confidently express your authentic self in various aspects of your life. By implementing these strategies, you will reaffirm your identity and incorporate the lessons learned along the way into a thriving and fulfilling existence. Your journey toward authenticity is indeed a journey of empowerment, and the next steps will be vital in cultivating that empowering narrative. So prepare to embrace the possibilities that await you as you take bold steps toward your most authentic self. To thrive as your authentic self, it's essential to take actionable steps that will guide you toward embracing your true identity fully. Start by engaging in daily self-reflection to gain clarity on what authenticity means to you. Set aside a specific time each day, perhaps in the morning or right before bed, to journal your thoughts. Ask yourself meaningful questions. What values resonate most with me? What are my passions? What aspects of my life feel genuine and which ones feel inauthentic? Writing these reflections down not only captures your thoughts, but also serves as a personal record of your journey toward authenticity. Over time, you will see patterns emerge that can guide your decisions. Next, create a personal manifesto that articulates your values, goals, and the identity you wish to embrace. This manifesto is a powerful tool, serving as a written commitment to honor your true self. Dedicate a session to brainstorm and outline this document. Make it a living document. Feel free to revise and update it as you grow. Your manifesto should express who you are at this moment and where you want to be in the future. When challenges arise or you face external pressures, refer back to your manifesto as a grounding resource to remind you of your true intentions. Once you have identified your values and goals, start taking steps to align your actions with your authentic self. Choose activities and hobbies that resonate with your interests. For example, if you have a passion for painting that you've shelved for years, carve out time weekly to reconnect with that art form. Each time you engage in this pursuit, you reinforce your identity and infuse your life with joy. Celebrate these moments by acknowledging them as important pieces of who you are becoming. To further enhance your journey, seek out communities or groups where you can express your authentic self comfortably. Whether online or in person, connecting with like-minded individuals who share your values will create a sense of belonging that positively reinforces your journey. Participate in discussions, attend workshops, or join social gatherings that align with your passions. Surrounding yourself with supportive peers fosters an encouraging environment in which you can grow and evolve together. In addition, practice mindfulness as a means of staying present and aware. Mindfulness techniques such as meditation or focused breathing exercises help you tune into your thoughts and feelings without judgment. By being present, you allow yourself to recognize when external influences may be swaying your actions away from your authentic self. Conduct short mindfulness sessions during your day, focusing on how your body feels and allowing yourself to observe any sensations without resistance. As you implement these strategies, make sure to celebrate small victories. Each time you make a choice that aligns with your authentic self, whether it's voicing your opinion in a meeting, pursuing a passion project, or setting boundaries in relationships, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. You could reward yourself with a small treat or carve out time for an activity you love. These celebrations build momentum and reinforce positive behavior, encouraging you to continue moving forward on your journey. Lastly, remember that living authentically is a process of trial and error. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate the complexities of your identity. Embrace the idea that it's natural to evolve over time and allow for shifts in your understanding of who you are. Take a moment to reflect on how far you've come and consider subscribing to Mindset Liberation for more insights. If you enjoyed this content, give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Your journey is not only important to you, but also to those around you, and together, we can support one another in thriving as our authentic selves. In conclusion, Peer Pressure Detox, How to Reclaim Your Independence, has guided you on a transformative journey toward embracing your authentic self and fostering resilience against external pressures. We've explored the intricate dynamics of peer influence, the deep-rooted craving for social approval, and the power of building inner strength and assertiveness. Through practical exercises and insightful strategies, you learned how to break free from the constraints of judgment, redefine your identity, and confidently express who you are. This journey toward authenticity empowers you to cultivate meaningful relationships and pursue your passions without the weight of societal expectations. Thank you for dedicating your time to engage with this content. Your commitment to personal growth is commendable and essential for living a fulfilling life. If you found value in this journey, please take a moment to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more empowering insights and resources designed to support your ongoing transformation. Together, we can create a community dedicated to nurturing authenticity and embracing individuality. Embrace your journey, continue to grow, and remember, your authentic self is your greatest asset.